How do you get angel investors to invest in your business? This is a question I commonly get as an angel investor myself, as well as a strategy consultant to startups. Of course, you must have a good business idea to raise outside capital for your startup, but what does that really mean? Well, you have to be solving a critical problem for real customers in a way that is different than anything else available. It has to be a proven solution for a real problem that's difficult to solve, and your solution must be hard to duplicate. You must have a unique value proposition, and you must have some secret sauce or intellectual property that is defensible. The business model must also make sense, but what does that really mean? Well, you need to have something where you're addressing a large market that's growing fast or has the potential to grow fast. The industry structure dynamics must be suitable for you to penetrate the market and maintain a defensible competitive advantage. This will result in a business where you can drive significant revenue growth and ultimately earnings growth. You need to understand your target customers and have positive feedback from at least some of them indicating that your solution has real value for them. You should have an intimate understanding of the cost of running your business for the next 12 to 18 months, which is typically the time horizon before you'll need to raise your next funding round. So milestones have to be clear, and you need to meet those milestones. Bottom line, investors must believe that your company is addressing a market that is sufficient size and growth that early stage investors have the ability to make a 10x return on their money in less than 10 years. You need to have a focused, passionate, and high quality team. If you're at an early stage, maybe this is just a few people. You need to be a strong leader or have a strong leader as the CEO of your company. You should only have employees that are critical to the task at hand and the parts of the core competencies of your company. Everything else you should probably outsource. Ideally, you'll have a very good preliminary customer feedback that validates your idea. It's best to have a track record of execution personally during the bootstrapping phase of your company and a historical track record of success in other companies. Even if you had past startups that have failed, you need to be able to explain why they failed, what you learned, and what you're doing differently this time. If you have a strategic or technical advisors in the company, they have to have a strong track record. Sometimes you can leverage off of their track record if you're a relatively new entrepreneur. In all cases, you need to have passion, commitment, and drive. Investors will look for these things. And you have to have credibility. People have to believe in you. They have to be able to trust you. Once you get a meeting with a prospective investor, be ready to describe the really big picture and the problem you're solving. Do that first. Don't dive into your product. Don't dive into your solution. Have a clear understanding of the problem you're solving and real feedback from customers that it has value to them. Ideally, you want to create a visceral reaction in the potential investor. And then you need to talk about your solution, why it's unique, and why it has value to customers, and how it removes the pain for the customer. Show your customer validation data, and if you don't have any, then get some before you try raising outside money. Articulate the use of funds and the next critical milestones that will increase valuation. And don't be afraid to ask for the order. Understand exactly how much money you want to raise, what it's going to be used for, and ask for the order. Expect the total process to take 3 to 4 months, could take longer. Unusual that it would take shorter than that, so make sure that you plan your runway of the cash that you have, that you need to start that early in order to raise your next round of financing. This is Patrick Henry, the CEO of QuestFusion, with The Real Deal, What Matters.